Growing up in this area and growing up in the 70s, formation was poor. I mean, as far as really teaching us the theology of the Catholic faith, I only knew the do's and don'ts. I didn't know why, what were the teachings, and I just knew there were the rules. You don't break the rules, and as long as I don't break the rules, I'm okay. When I met my husband and we decided to settle here in Louisville, and we had our first child, life just kind of took off, and I worked full time. And eventually when my kids got in school, I decided I needed to know more about my faith and that I really didn't understand Scripture. How can I teach the kids the faith if I don't know the faith? And I wanted to be a better mother. I wanted to be a better teacher of the faith.
I think what was missing in our lives was that true friendship, those deep, meaningful friendships where you can grow together in your faith and learn together and have real deep conversations. And that's what was missing in our lives, and what we were praying for after we got married. We were just praying to meet couples like that could help us grow.
The first time we showed up to Catholic Couples Network, we came and we saw a couple we loosely knew and kind of hung around them for the first hour till we got a little more comfortable. And then after that first hour, I think we met a few other couples, and the conversation flowed really well, and we kind of realized, hey, this is a good time, had a great talk and a great meal, and I think we got in the car and just were really excited about, the future and the possibilities.
But a lot of my growth with Family Renewal Project was through osmosis of what Donna was sharing of how that applies to your everyday world. Watching her, she just had this thirst, this hunger. But Donna got exposed to Theology of the Body. It was obvious, it just touched her greatly. It was just this passion that kind of took over her. And she would share it with us in the Bible study, bits and pieces of this theology of the body and about St. Pope John Paul II and his teaching. And then on an employee chest x-ray, they discovered there was something major going on in my lungs. It's a disease called interstitial pulmonary fibrosis, that your body just spontaneously starts scarring down your lungs, and eventually you lose the ability to exchange oxygen. And I went on a tremendous faith journey through this because I knew I was dying. And I didn't know, what the future held. I thought, well, okay, God, if this is my time, this is my time. I'll go. But this opportunity was revealed to me that I could do a lung transplant. Coming from a healthcare background, I knew all the things that could go wrong. But God is so good. He has blessed me with this amazing life since the transplant. My body accepted the organ. I'm doing well. And one thing it said to me is, God, you left me here. Why?
So we went through a miscarriage right before this pregnancy, and that was very tough, definitely tougher on Sarah here. She had to go through a lot. We had couples that would constantly be praying for us. It's funny, I never really thought to pray for other couples and their, pregnancies and things, but we'd see these couples and, we'd hear their prayers, and recently we were talking to one guy. His wife wasn't there, but he had a lot of trouble conceiving and everything, and it was awesome because we saw him recently after seeing him 3 months ago and talking about our struggles and everything, and we're both pregnant, and he's due 5 days after us or something like that. So it was like God really answered both of our prayers, and at that moment we kind of heard like, wow, we're in this together, and it's really beautiful.
I just felt God saying to me, quit standing on the sidelines. You need to do something for these young moms, because that's what I did not have when I was a young mom. I went to the parish and said, we need to do a young mom's Bible study and offer childcare. So I met Caitlin about 3 years ago. I received a phone call. I had advertised for a Bible study. She calls and says, I see you have a Bible study. We just moved to town. I would like to participate. And she said, but I'm not Catholic. I said, that's fine. We still would love for you to join. So we started getting to know her, and I was quite impressed with just her eagerness to learn. And she would take notes, she'd ask questions, and I'm like going, I love this girl because she really brings the group alive. And then I came to just watch her hunger, her wanting more, wanting to understand, wanting to learn. And so the next one was on theology of the body. It explained it so well that each of the moms, in their own way, started to understand really the teachings.
Theology of the body has really been a great transformation for our family. This was the second Bible study that I did, and it blew me away. I had only had 2 at the time. I was pregnant with our 3rd, and I decided then and there that I was going to do this Bible study with my children. While we were going through it, there'd be countless nights I'd say, Lucas, to my husband, you've got to do this with me. It has enriched our understanding of what it means to be a husband and to a wife, to be a father, to be a mother, and to love others.
Since I've learned about theology of the body and had the opportunity through Family Renewal Project to do these book studies, it has lifted me up and brought such joy to my life. And I came to find out they helped me grow in so many ways.
Yeah, so Family Renewal Project and everything that it's brought us has really changed our lives. And then we feel as though we've grown in our faith just because of this ministry. I mean, I don't know if we'd be where we are now if it wasn't for FRP.
Is it fair to say that the Family Renewal Project and Theology of the Body has changed my life? Absolutely, and for the best.